The goal of the game is to win the princess's heart by sending her love letters. This is the cheesiest thing I've ever done with this. In Love Letter, you play as suitors trying to court Princess Annette after the arrest of her mother for high treason. Somehow this translates into cubes. Love Letter is played in rounds. In each round, one player will get an affection cube, signifying that the princess loves them just a little bit more. In a 2-player game, you need 7 cubes. In a 3-player game, you need 5 cubes. And in a 4-player game, you need 4 cubes to win. To win a round, you either have to be the last person in, or at the end of the round, you have to be the person with the highest number card in their hand. If you're playing with 2 players, the rules are slightly different than if you're playing for 3 or 4 players, and I'll explain those at the end. But if you're playing with 3 or 4 players, it's really simple. Just shuffle all of these cards, except for the cards that look like this. These are reference cards and should be given to each player. Shuffle them up, take one out, and then pass one to each player. That's their hand. On your turn, you look at the one card in your hand, you draw another one, and then you pick one of them to play. You play a card by discarding it down in front of you, like this, and you just do whatever it says. It's fairly straightforward. Then play passes to the next person, and if you're the last one in, or when the cards run out, if you're the person with the highest number, you win a cube, and you get to go first in the next round because the princess speaks highly of you at breakfast. There's 8 types of cards. The first card, and probably the most important card, is the guard. You play this down, pick another player, and then guess what card they have in their hand. The one thing is, you can't guess a guard card. There's more guard cards in the game than any other card, and so you can't guess them because that would be unfair. If you do guess whatever card they have in their hand, they're out of the round. 2 is a priest. This simply allows you to look at another player's hand. This can be very powerful. 3 is baron. You secretly compare the card in your hand with another person's card. Whoever's higher wins, and the other one is out of the round. 4 is the handmaid. This simply protects you from all other card effects until your next turn. 5 is the prince. This forces someone or yourself to discard the card in their hand and draw a new one. 6 is the king. This lets you trade hands. 7 is the countess. The countess does nothing, but she is a very high number card, being 7. That said, if you have her and the prince or the king in your hand, you have to discard her. Of course, you can also discard her if you don't have those to mislead the other players. And finally, 8, the princess. This is the highest number card in the game, but there's one fatal flaw. If you discard this card for any reason, you are out of the round. At the end of the round, give someone a cube, and then reshuffle all the cards together and do it just the same. If you have 2 players, along with setting one card to the side, flip 3 cards over as a form of getting extra information to the players before dealing out the hands. This is the only difference between the 2-player game and the 3 to 4 player games. And that's all the rules, so have fun.